Man, I just love that intro video. Welcome, what is up, and welcome into another episode of Somebody Said Kane Show. Man, that intro video, I rolled it out a couple weeks ago. Shout out to my guy, the Sunny J, over on Instagram. My homie Josh put that together for me, man. He does incredible work for all of your video, movie, music video needs, editing, production, all that stuff. Man, he can do all of that. Go hit him up if you're interested in getting any of that type of stuff done. This is the Somebody Said Kane show, man, where we talk everything Miami Hurricanes, especially and primarily football. Every now and then I dabble into some basketball and I dabble in some baseball. For the most part, this is a football show. This is part of Somebody Said Sports Network, where every Monday night at 9 p.m. on the Somebody Said Sports YouTube page, we talk everything football. So college football, NFL. This show in particular, though, as I've said, as I'll continue to say, it's all about the you. I appreciate everybody tuning in, man. Every week, more subscribers are coming in. The views are going up. The likes are going up. Y'all are following on TikTok. It's really the only other platform I got going right now is TikTok, and it's SS Kane. Somebody said Kane's over there too. Dropping stuff over there, clips from the show, highlights, and other stuff that I either create or come across online that I think that would be dope to share around Miami football. Go follow me over there. If you tune into this one, you catch a peek of this show. Please hit the like, please hit the subscribe. As I say, man, it does nothing to hurt you. It only helps me. And I want to talk to as many Canes fans as possible. So the more y'all that come in, chop it up with me, the more Canes fans I get to talk to. I'm in plenty group chats, man, but I want to talk to more Canes fans. Yeah, you can never have enough Kane fans in your in your environment. You know what I'm saying? You can't talk to enough Canes fans because we all good people, man. It's one big family. So appreciate everybody showing love. Please continue to do the things you guys are doing in regards to this show. I do want to apologize real quick for the audio last week. That audio was trash. So I didn't have my mic. As you can see, I use a pretty legit XLR mic with a mixer. The sound is an important thing, man. And last week I thought the sound was absolute garbage. But y'all watched anyway, man. And y'all hit the like and y'all support it. I appreciate that. This week should sound much better. It should sound how I usually sound with much better quality. Let's go ahead and get into this content, though. Y'all know me. I try and keep this thing short, 30 minutes in and out. I wanted to lead the conversation tonight. I do this show every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. I wanted to talk this week about Mario and his QB history, and then what is the strategy at quarterback? And when I ask the question, what is the strategy at quarterback? I don't just mean this season. We know what's going on this season. Darian Mensah is the strategy at quarterback. Luke Nickel is the backup. That's the strategy at quarterback this season. I wanted to have a larger conversation. I wanted to have a conversation about where is the situation coming from and then where is it headed. Shout out to Jacoy. Hey, what's going on, man? Appreciate you tuning in, dog. You know, in here talking Canes ball per usual, bro. I appreciate you coming in, dropping that comment. Again, man, y'all been showing a lot of love, dog, and I really appreciate that, man. So, from a quarterback strategy standpoint, right? Miami just got a huge commitment from a four-star quarterback. He's a top five quarterback in the country, Israel Abrams. I'm going to come back to that in a minute. But there's a lot of conversation about Israel after this commitment. Haters are talking about, oh, he's never going to play for Mario. Mario only wants portal QBs. And people are like, oh, Miami was going to struggle with high school quarterback recruiting this season because all they do is go portal over dudes. You never get a chance to actually play for Mario if you're a high school quarterback. And I thought that was an interesting conversation, man, because one is haters just being haters. And I love shutting up haters, dog. Like Miami, we got plenty of haters and I love shutting them up. But I think it's worth talking about, like, what is the strategy? Like, what is the plan? What do they want to do with this thing? So I really want to go back to when Mario first became a Power Four college coach, man. And it really all started. The whole Mario quarterback dialogue goes all the way back to 2018, bro. All the way back to when he inherited Justin Herbert as his starting quarterback over there at Oregon. 2018, Mario takes over the Oregon program. Justin Herbert's his quarterback. They go out, they win 9 games. They come back 2019 season, they win 12 games, including winning the Pac 12, and they win a Rose Bowl. Justin Herbert ends up being a top 10 pick. But what was all the conversation about Mario and Justin Herbert? Oh, he's a quarterback killer. He was holding Justin Herbert back. He made him check down Charlie. They ran the ball too much. All he did was throw screens and slants. Mario didn't elevate Justin Herbert. He didn't let him go be what he could be. That was the conversation around Mario and Justin Herbert, even though they won a lot of games, 21 in 2 seasons. This man ended up being a top 10 pick, and yet the conversation was that Mario was holding him back. They were calling Mario a quarterback killer. So then Mario comes to Miami, right? And people are already saying he's a quarterback killer. Well, who does he inherit at Miami? Well, he walks into Miami, he's got a kid named Tyler Van Dyke. Now, the first season wasn't all that great. A lot of us remember that first season. It wasn't anything to write home about. Second season, Tyler Van Dyke starts off hot. We all remember that game against Texas A&M at the crib, and we lit them boys up. Jacoby George goes off. Xavier Strepo has a big game. I'll never forget being at that game, man, and my phone was warning me about the volume levels. That was a daytime kick. That was like a 3:30 kick, if I remember correctly. And my phone was telling me the environment I was in was too loud. That game was lit, man. Definitely enjoyed being at that game. But regardless, Tyler Van Dyke goes off in that game. And we all start talking crazy, all of us. And if you say you wasn't, bro, I just don't believe you, dog. All of us was talking big talk, man. We felt like that thing was about to take off. Shannon Dawson, it was his first season. Tyler Van Dyke was hooping. Everybody loved Xavier Restrepo. You had Jacoby George in the wide receiver room. We thought that thing was about to go off, man. And then Tyler Van Dyke gets the yips, or like dog just fell off a cliff, man. Like I don't know if like his puppy died or his girl cheated on him with, his rival across campus or something. Like something happened in Tyler Van Dyke's life, and Buddy just fell off, bro. And it was bad. Like he tanked. If I remember correctly, he had threw like 11 picks in like 5 games or something crazy like that. Like he was giving the ball away, bro. And it wasn't under pressure. It wasn't because the old line was bad. It wasn't because the receivers were bad. Bro, Tyler Van Dyke just fell to pieces, bro. It was bad. Like, I don't know if I've ever seen something happen like that. And so then, of course, what resurfaces? The Mario quarterback killer conversations, right? That's what rivals start saying. There it is again. Mario done killed another quarterback. He held Justin Herbert back. Now he's killing Tyler Van Dyke. So then we fast forward to the 2023 season and we bring in Ken Ward. Oh man, he ain't gonna do nothing under Mario. Why would he go to Miami and play for Mario? Mario's a quarterback killer, and he lights the world up. Number one offense in the country, number one overall draft pick. Should have won the Heisman. I don't care what nobody say, man. Travis Hunter's a cool story. Yeah, he played both ways, man, but I don't want to hear that. I felt like Ken Ward should have won the Heisman. And then you bring in Carson back, right? Because now the quarterback killer conversation starts to die off a little bit. And then we bring in Carson Beck, who's fresh off of UCL surgery. We don't really know what he's going to be. He can't play in the spring. He couldn't throw. He's fresh off of surgery. He had the surgery late December, I think it was, and he's not throwing again until late spring. Misses all the spring practice with the team. Starts throwing the summer, dog. He goes out there and he has what is a really, really good season. I don't know if people remember or realize this, but Carson Beck ended the season top 5 in total passing yards this past season. He's going to get drafted, probably day 2 guy, second round pick, third round pick kind of guy. Had a really good season. So now the conversation kind of turns a little bit. Well, Mario's not a quarterback killer, but he only played portal quarterback because now we bring in Darian Minson. All right, so of course, rivals and haters, they looking for angles. Oh, then they go in the portal again. When y'all gonna play a high school kid? When y'all gonna actually develop somebody? That becomes the conversation. And so people thought that we were gonna struggle with high school quarterback recruiting. Well, and then this past weekend happens. What happens this past weekend? Izzy Abrams, number 2 ranked quarterback in the country, Man, I hope I'm back on the audio. That's crazy. My mic cord dropped out. I think I'm back. I think I'm good. I hope I'm good. The audio sound terrible, man. Somebody hit the comments and let me know. It should sound nice and crisp. Pay good money for this mic. But anyway, we get the commitment of Jaden Rashada, and then that whole thing go left. Florida come in with the fake $13 million offer, money that they ain't got. The jit ends up flipping to them. No sound, never mind. Ain't no sound at all, bro. Like, I gotta be some sound. It's telling me I got levels. There's gotta be some sound. But Jaden Rashada ends up flipping to Florida. Okay, appreciate your IMAX. Okay, man, that all sound good. Man, I appreciate you doing that for me, boss. So Jaden Rashada, we get the commitment, and he ends up flipping to Florida because they offer him a crazy opportunity. But what was lost in all of that was we were willing to pay Jaden Rashada upwards of $8 million. It was a huge bag. Flo, what's going on, man? My guy Flo in the comments, man. What's going on, boss? Hey, man, if y'all don't know about Flo, which I don't know how you could, man, go hit that follow and subscribe on his page, man. Flo pumps out so much good content, multiple shows every week. Plugged in. Flo is that dude. Appreciate you jumping in, boss, man. So we get the Jaden Rashada commitment, but that should have told people that Mario was willing to go the high school route. Yes, Mario has gone the portal route, and I would say it's been out of necessity more than out of desire to do so. Because you don't go commit that kind of money to a Jaden Rashada if you're just gonna go portal anyway. You don't commit that kind of money to a high school quarterback who's never played a snap at the college level if you're just gonna portal over him. I was listening to another show. Larry Bluestein was saying once you commit that kind of money, once you commit a certain dollar figure to a kid, you're gonna play him. All right, we've committed money to Darian Mensah. Darian Mensah is going to play. When Cam Ward came in, we committed money to Cam Ward into the millions. He was going to play. He was going to be the guy. So when they committed that money to Jaden Rashada to initially get that commitment, that should have told everybody that Mario was willing and wanting to go the high school route. And if you look at every other position group on the roster, Mario has gone high school first with development, commitment, years in the system, building those guys up to then go be stars. Quarterbacks really no different. So an Israel Abrams committing, again, with a kid of that stature, we offered him something, right? Like let's be honest, right? Miami ain't broke. We spend money when it comes to recruiting, and we're offering this kid something that says, and it reaffirms they actually do want to go the high school route, but you can't do it if guys aren't ready. And that brings me to my last final point on this whole thing. People say, oh man, well, how will you ever know if you got the guy if you just keep portaling over him? Listen, man, some guys just got it, and you can tell. Now, it's not the same, but I'm going to use Malachi Tony as an example. It's not the same, but stay with me. When Malachi Tony stepped on campus as an early enrollee freshman, very quickly you started to hear the murmurs. You started to hear the rumors about how well he was performing in practice. And it's just practice. It's just practice. I understand that. What are we talking about? Practice? Practice, Allen Iverson. It's just practice. But you can see it when guys got it. Like people act like these quarterbacks who are on the roster, if they're not starting on Saturday, we don't know what potential or what abilities they got. Bro, listen, they spend a lot of time with these kids. These kids get reps with the second team. This coaching staff does a really good job of giving guys opportunities, reps with the first team. And Greentree, the goal is at least that Greentree is harder than the games on Saturday. So when a kid gets his reps, if he gets his opportunities, you look back at last season, Carson Beck missed the whole spring. Emory Williams got a lot of snaps at quarterback against what we knew was going to be an elite defense, and he didn't perform. You have your answer right there. Right? He's not going to show up on a Saturday in the fall and randomly be somebody else. That's usually not how that works. Like, that's not how that goes. So if a guy ain't been that guy on Greentree, if he can't perform in controlled environments and set up situations, you kind of know he's not going to be that guy. But the reverse can also happen. you can see a guy on Green Tree and say, there's something there, right? We're talking about guys right now who are freshmen, guys just showing up, JJ Dunnigan, making plays already in spring. Has he done it in actual game? No. But if he can do what he's doing on Green Tree, you have an idea, okay, he probably going to be able to do some things on Saturday. And so then don't be surprised if JJ Dunnigan's in the rotation when the season starts. At quarterback is not too different. These guys are throwing. It's not like they're standing around holding clipboards every day in practice. You're throwing the ball. You see the arm strength. You see the ability to process. They're in the meeting rooms with these coaches. Do they understand the offense? Do they understand where their read should be? Do they have the physical ability, the footwork, again, the arm strength, the accuracy? You can see that stuff. You know, I also reference Jameis Winston over at Free Shoes University. And I don't like to give those people credit because I don't like those people. But when Jameis was a true freshman over there at Free Seafood U, you heard the rumors of what Jameis was doing in practice. And so when the season rolled over and it was Jameis' turn, everybody had an idea that Jameis was going to ball. And guess what Jameis did? He went out there and ball. He didn't really play on Saturdays, but they had already seen it. We had already heard about it. I hate those people, and I heard about it. So the same thing happens here. If a guy's got something, he's showing it in practice. So we don't have to wait until Luke Nickel or Judd Anderson or Darion Coleman starts on a Saturday to have an idea if they've got what it takes to potentially be the guy. The staff sees that every day. Spend a lot of time with these kids, the staff, the analysts. There's a lot of self-scouting that takes place, watching the film on practices. They see the guys who got it and they see the guys who don't. And at quarterback, a lot of times it don't take a whole lot of time. If you think it takes a lot of time to figure out if a quarterback really has something or not, go listen to the story of Tom Brady in his first time starting for Bill Belichick, and he throws an incomplete pass and the conversation they had afterwards. Go look that up. Tom Brady throws an incomplete pass, his first pass. He goes and talks to Bill Belichick, and he says something to Bill Belichick, and Bill Belichick knew that this guy could be the dude. That's a lot of conversation on the quarterback strategy, man. But I think that's a big thing, especially when you're getting these kind of commits. And I think that's also a nice big segue or a nice segue into how I kind of want to wrap the show up, talking about this whale hunting. If you follow recruiting in the slightest, when people talk about whale hunting, you know what that means. That means that we are going after big recruits. You see the headline for the night, big battles only. What that doesn't mean is that we're just chasing stars. Mario's not that dude. Mario is not going to just recruit kids because they got stars next to their name. That's not how he gets down. There's evaluation going on. There's interviews taking place, bringing guys on campus, having conversations, talking to the families. That's another piece of it too. You don't really hear a whole lot about Mario bringing in recruits where they get on campus and then they families cutting a fool because the player ain't getting PT and they talking crazy online. Mario don't do that kind of stuff. But Mario is being very picky and he is shooting for the stars, man. All of a sudden, you starting to see stuff like this pop up around the recruiting stratosphere. This is a tweet by Rivals. They dropped this yesterday or 2 days ago, my bad. Mario Cristobal and Miami are currently making a run at the #1 class in the country, right? Steve Wiltfong. Everybody know about Wiltfong. #1 on my board. The coaches were amazing. It was a great experience. That was a clip from an interview that Wiltfong did with a kid after he was here at the barbecue this last weekend. We're going after some big name guys. If you aren't a fan of recruiting, I said it last week, I get it. I understand. I'm not pushing you to get into recruiting. But if you care about recruiting in the slightest, like I do, I enjoy recruiting. Like, aside from the actual games in the fall and being at the Hard Rock and watching the team actually play games, recruiting is one of my favorite things. It's one of the things that I think makes college football so special. It's not like the NFL. We're kind of, you can check out of the NFL. I'm a Bucks fan. I'm born and raised in Tampa Bay. And I kind of can check out of the Bucks this time of year. Ain't nothing really going on, not until the draft happens. But college is different because recruiting is always happening. And Miami recruiting is fun right now. Miami is going after some big names. I did a show a couple of weeks ago. I'm going to toot my horn a little bit. I'm going to pat myself on the back, give myself a little credit because I gave my top 5 most wanted recruits a couple of weeks ago. It was Mark Matthews, It was no cut Nick Lanier. It was DJ Jacobs. It was Israel Abrams, and it was that kid Honor Johnson, Honor, the kid out of California who committed to USC. I said it was a reach when I threw him in there. I'm gonna take that as my mulligan, right? Of the four that I thought was like seriously options, we got two of them committed. No cut Nick is committed. Going to be a 5-star recruit. Going to be a top 3 wide receiver in the country when the class finishes up. Israel Abrams, the quarterback, is now committed. Probably going to end up a 5-star himself. We're still going after Mark Matthews. We are best positioned to get him. He's taking his time with the process, and you got to respect that, man. You only get to do this once. So Mark Matthews is taking his time with that process. DJ Jacobs, the number 1 recruit in the country, depending on who you ask, was just on campus at the barbecue. Things kind of sound good. He committed to Ohio State, but a lot of people expected him to be a Miami commit, and he's still hanging around. He's been on campus like 3 times now, right? Just since the season ended. So that's going to continue, right? The recruiting is going to continue at a high level, and we are going after some big name kids. Some other kids is just kind of, having your purview. Some other kids that just be thinking about when it comes to a recruiting standpoint. The conversation always turns in, well, who's going to be the next to commit? Probably this kid. I wouldn't be surprised if there was this kid. There's a couple of them out there. There's a couple names that are kind of hovering around where if they pull the trigger on a commitment, you can see it happening. Kids are, not a whole lot of kids have dates right now on their commitments. This kid got a crystal ball from Steve Wiltfong the other day. It's a running back out of East St. Louis. His name is Myson Johnson Cook. East St. Louis, if you remember, is what the school that produced Jeff Thomas. I know we all remember Jeff Thomas, man, the wide receiver, slot kid, super fast. We thought he was going to go crazy. Did some okay things. Didn't turn out to be what we thought he was going to be. Anyway, Myson Johnson Cook is out of that same school. Out of East St. Louis as well. As you can see, the measurables, 6'2", 235. The craziest thing about Myson Johnson Cook at 6'2", 235, he runs a 10.4 in the 100 meters. Some say 10.3, but I'm going to go 10.4. He runs a 4.40. He's done it multiple times in multiple places, clocked by multiple different individuals. This kid has an opportunity to be the best combination of size and speed we've had at running back in a long time. And I mean a long time. We've had fast. Duke Johnson, one of my favorite running backs, was an absolute dog. Lamar Miller, we all remember Miller time. Could take a inside zone and go 60. We've had running backs with speed. We got running backs with size. Marty Brown's a big back. Mark Fletcher's a big back. But imagine Mark Fletcher with Lamar Miller speed. Now you're starting to talk about dudes like, I almost hate to say it, but I think for comp, you start talking about the Willis McGahee kind of guys, or you kind of start talking about the Najee Davenport pre-injury kind of guys. And if you guys remember that Najee was a big back, he has some speed on him. He gets hurt, not really ever the same. IMAX says big Bo Jackson. I don't know if I'm going Bo Jackson, because I think Bo Jackson is arguably the greatest athlete in sports ever. But when you talk about that combination of size and speed, I know what you're getting at. He's fast, man. But he's big, 6'2", 235. And one of the things that he really appreciates about Miami is what we've been able to do with a Mark Fletcher. I'm also going to do something else, man. I usually don't do this, particularly because, one, I don't like sharing my screen because stuff get weird when you share your screen. Just to kind of give people a feel of some of the names we are in on when I say we're going whale hunting in recruiting. Let me share my screen. I just want to show y'all something real quick, kind of what I'm getting at. So what I'm pulling up is 247 Sports, man. And this is the 2027 top football recruit listing. And you can see like just the list of the players ranked top to bottom. Well, 247 kids is why, they do 247 kids for 247 sports. But just look at some of the names, right? Or just we're gonna count the names that either we're in on, we have committed in the top 25. DJ Jacobs should be a Miami Hurricanes commit. He commits to Ohio State. We're not done there. We're not done in that recruitment. DJ Jacobs is still very much involved in communicating with Miami, saying some good things. So we're in on that one. Mark Matthews, as you can see, crystal balls only to Miami. St. Thomas Aquinas kid, number 3 overall rank commit according to 247 Sports. He's probably going to be a Miami Hurricane. If he's not a Miami Hurricane, we just did something real goofballish, and I just can't see Mario doing that. It makes way too much sense for this kid to be a Hurricane. So that's 2 out of the top 25. Scroll down a little bit. Munson Sales. Now, we've kind of hovered around in this recruitment. We've kind of dabbled and just kind of lurked around in that recruitment. So I'm not saying that we're going to get him or that we're leading, but we're recruiting him. The lines of communication are open with Miami and Munson Sales, and he is an absolute dog, by the way. If you just want to go see some fun wide receiver film, go pull up Munson Sales film, man. Like, he is a fun watch. But anyway, that's now 3. Israel Abrams, he's committed. That's 4. No Cut Nick. That's 5. Jaden Bryant is a name that a lot of people, unless you really, really are in the recruiting thing, you probably haven't thought about Miami being in on this recruitment. He was just here at the barbecue, had a lot of really good things to say, kind of sees some of himself in Ruben Bain in terms of the measurables and the way that they play the game. He's an edge rusher, 6'3.5", 245. He's committed to LSU. He's still talking to Miami, though. All right, so what is that? Where are we at? 6? What did I say? 1, 2, 3 Munson, 4 Izzy, 5 Nick, 6 Jaden. Man, honor, man. 6 of the top 25. We are legitimately in the recruitment of 6 of the top 25 kids. So when I say we're well hunting, when I say that Mario is going after some big names and we're in big battles only, that's what I'm talking about. And if you really want to take that step, if we want to continue to be in that upper echelon of college football, you look at Ohio State, they're a top 5 recruiting outfit every season. Georgia's a top 5 recruiting outfit every season. Oregon's a top 5 recruiting outfit every season. Alabama have been a top 5 recruiting outfit every season. Yes, the portal allows you to raise your ceiling. High school recruiting establishes your floor. So being in recruitments like this, winning recruitments like the ones I'm talking about, those are the ones that are going to allow us to continue to be in that national title conversation, highly ranked, highly rated conversations, and that's going to allow us to keep this thing rolling. We are at the 30-minute mark. I try to keep these things pretty short, man. Get in, talk about the things that I want to talk about. I appreciate so much everybody who watches the show, man. Again, I say it every week. There are a lot of really good Miami Hurricane podcasts and guys talking good Miami ball. I watch those guys. I encourage you to watch those guys. But you choosing to watch this show means a lot to me, and I really appreciate it. Please continue to hit that like. Please continue to hit that subscribe. Hit the comments. We're going to chop it up, man. I appreciate y'all boys jumping in. Jacoby, IMAX, Flow. I'm going to continue to have conversations with y'all, man. And hopefully I can continue to bring content that y'all appreciate, man. Content that I would like to see myself as a diehard Miami Hurricanes fan. I'm here every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. I'll be back next week, 8 p.m. with a show. I'll be traveling for work. So, I might have something pre-recorded that I drop. It may not be a live show. But I'll keep y'all guys in tune in that. Man, until then, though, until the next show, I appreciate y'all tuning in, man, and y'all know what it is. It's Go Canes. Y'all be easy and y'all be safe out here in these